Wardell Stephen Curry is an American basketball player who plays in the NBA for the Golden State Warriors. Analysts and experts regard Curry as the most excellent shooter ever to play basketball. Basketball has undergone several transformations with a higher reliance on the three-point shot. Curry is accredited for beginning this three-point revolution in the world of basketball due to his ridiculous sharp shooting ability at a record-breaking volume. But there's always that question. If Curry had to put as much time into golf as he did basketball, could he have made it? Well, not only has he done so, but he has also done something that will shock the entire golf world. Keep watching to find out. Stephen Curry, more popularly known as Steph, is one of the biggest names in the NBA. Since 2010, the Golden State Warriors point guard has played for Team USA's senior national squad and is one of the foremost three-point shooters in the NBA. Born in 1988 in Ohio to an educator mother and NBA player father, Curry grew up in North Carolina, where his dad, Dell, played with the Charlotte Hornets. Steph is a two-time NBA Most Valuable Player, three-time NBA champion, and seven-time NBA All-Star. He began his career at Davidson College in North Carolina. In college, Steph was named the Southern Conference Player of the Year twice and made two All-American teams, second and first teams in 2008 and 2009 respectively. The Golden State Warriors drafted Steph in 2009. He has spent his entire career with the Californian franchise, making his name in San Francisco and Oakland as perhaps one of the best shooters the game has ever seen. In addition to his rings and awards, Steph has set the NBA single-season record for three-pointers 3 times. He did 272 in 2013, 286 in 2015, and 402 the following season. Only Ray Allen, a Basketball Hall of Famer, has sunk more NBA three-pointers in history. But recently, Steph decided to make a move to help increase diversity in golf. In recent years, Steph has aimed to provide a new generation of athletes with the inspiration and skills that fueled his rise. In 2019, Steph launched the Underrated Tour as a B-ball showcase event for athletes who might not have been scouted by college coaches. The Underrated Tour's logo has 5 stars grouped with 3 stars highlighted. It's open to players who are ranked as 3-star recruits or lower, like Steph. Over 31 student athletes who have played in the tour have received full-ride Division I scholarships to play basketball at the college level. Now Steph is adding another branch to the tour, this time for golf. During a press event about the tournament, Steph expressed how much he loved the game and how far he was willing to go to groom young athletes. Everyone knows that I love golf, and I'm super excited to extend this love to other young players across the country, Steph said. The Underrated Golf Tour launched in June 2022 with the AJGA American Junior Golf Association, with the added goal of working on the sport's lack of diversity. Our tour provides a platform of access, opportunity, and equity to boys and girls that want to compete and play with the current next AJGA players. Less than 2% of junior golfers are people of color, Steph said. The Underrated Tour started its first of 4 regional tournaments at Cog Hill Golf and Country Club outside Chicago, with a field of 60 players, consisting of 30 boys and 30 girls, between the ages of 12 and 18. The fields for each regional will be drawn from top players from the surrounding areas, players who applied online for entry, and winners of a one-day qualifying event taking place the day before the tournament starts. A diverse field will be the priority at each stop throughout the summer, with a long-term aim of improving upon that 2% figure. That definitely is disproportionate to society today, more than 25 to 30%. Our goal is to replicate what society is. Our tour is going to have 25 to 30% black, white, and brown participants, said Suresh Singh, Underrated chairperson. Singh went on to say that everything is totally paid for as players wouldn't have to bother about the cost. Players wouldn't have to worry about any. Golf is historically an expensive sport, but everything is paid for. Absolutely everything, Singh said. All meals, travel, and lodging will be covered for every participant on the tour. The tour also has a provision for travel for an accompanying parent. Steph has long partnered with golf club manufacturer Callaway and will also provide players in need with equipment, so everything seems pretty well taken care of. The financial commitment from Steph Curry and his brand partners is one piece of his commitment to taking the game of golf to greater heights. In 2019, Steph made a multi-million-dollar pledge to Howard University to fund the school's first Division I men's and women's golf teams. The The program, which he hopes can become a marquee golf destination and university, is outfitted in his Curry brand golf apparel and footwear. The NBA star said, "To know that they're rocking Curry brand, they're basically walking examples of the impact that we're able to have." Another aim of the underrated tour is to provide access to top-tier golf courses, most of which can cost hundreds to thousands of dollars for standard green fees, besides a tournament entry fee. This tour is opening doors for underrepresented and young golfers to showcase their play and skill on some of the most revered courses across the country, where they can experience inspiring views and new greens while elevating their strategies and techniques alongside like-minded players, said Steph. Each of the 4 tournament locations selected, Cog Hill, Innisbrook Resorts Copperhead, the Golf Club of Houston, Wickenburg Ranch near Phoenix, and the course near Tampa, Florida, hosted PGA Tour events. In late August, the best 12 boys and 12 girls from the 4 tournaments clashed at the Curry Cup in San Francisco at TPC Harding Park. Singh went on to say that the kids from the tour will have the chance to take on the greats of the game. The kids we're serving will have the opportunity in these tournaments to go up against the very best of the best, said Singh. The series of certified tournaments are being held with the American Junior Golf Association, meaning top AJGA amateur players will be competing in every tournament. The winner of each regional tournament will receive 2 AJGA Performance Stars, which go toward a total score that determines entry into priority tournaments and player rankings. At the Curry Cup, 8 AJGA stars will be awarded for first place and 4 AJGA stars each to those placing 2nd through 5th. In 2023, the tour plans to expand, adding the European division with future summer sessions to be offered to young athletes in Asia and South America. So it's a pretty big project. According to Will Lowry of the Golf Channel, who serves as tour ambassador and underrated golf's professional, the cost of junior golf can escalate and gradually price out teenage players looking to advance beyond the recreational level. Will Lowry estimates it costs families at least $8,000 to $10,000 to fund a junior golfer's training, tournament fees, travel costs, and equipment. As time goes on, that cost could potentially increase to as much as $25,000 a year. My team and I realize how significant it is to create avenues for underrepresented communities who may not have the opportunities to access the sport and adjacent businesses, said Steph. The underrated tour received over 1,000 applicants after opening its nationwide application process in April. According to the tour's athletic operations manager, Jason Richards, the young golfers look to enter the quartet of tournaments. Richards believes golfers can draw inspiration from Steph's 2-time MVP career achievement, just as basketball players have sought to follow in Steph Curry's footsteps. Kids can see themselves achieving that and not losing hope at a very young age if they're not a 4-star or 5-star recruit, said Richards. Richards has had an up-close seat for Curry's rise to the top. He was Steph's backcourt running mate at Davidson College, where Richards led all of Division I in assists during his senior year as the duo carried the Wildcats to a Cinderella-worthy Elite 8 run in the NCAA tournament in 2008. After spending several years working in both administrative and coaching roles at the University of Pittsburgh, Richards signed on to help lead the underrated tour's efforts and Curry's vision of uplifting similarly overlooked young athletes. While the emphasis is placed on top-level play and competition, the tour will also emphasize the networking and access that the sport has given to players for generations. You see, golf is the vehicle. We're trying to give these kids a host of opportunities that they don't have, said Singh. The privileged ones, specifically the white kids, have uncles and aunts who are CEOs that can give them jobs, mentorship, or internships. The kids we're serving don't have that opportunity, and they also don't have a place to rub elbows with the folks to get that. We're giving them that. The tour will look to inject that level of access through its corporate brand partners. Each partner is being asked to provide access to its employee base and to participate in panels, workshops, and mentoring players. They will also be encouraged to consider players for internships and jobs. And before the underrated tour was launched, Steph had all of that planned out. We will provide these student athletes with the opportunity to connect with major decision makers and executives, creating the next generation of future leaders, said Steph. There will also be a curriculum of as many as 7 long-term programs throughout the year, with each player participating in at least 2. We're setting it up so that not only our brand partners and the people that we have coming to these events, but their friends and colleagues in their life will become mentors to these kids after the sports part of the tour is over, said Singh. We've got 10 weeks of tournaments and 42 weeks of other programming that these kids will be participating in. The real mission here is not golf. Basketball and golf are the tip of the iceberg for where underrated is heading, said Singh. Increasing diversity across the sport is matched by the collective goal of impacting corporate diversity in sports. And from the look of things, the underrated tour may expand beyond the 2 games in focus. That's a wrap on our side. What do you think about Curry's underrated tour? Is he about to revolutionize the golf world? Feel free to drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed our video, be sure to like our video, subscribe, and push the notification bell icon. And as always, have a nice day, and we'll see you next time.